Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 1, Episode 7, Justified City Primeval, the penultimate episode of Season 1. I'm curious if there will be a Season 2, because I have heard nobody talk about this show, and I'm enjoying it. But I sat back the other day and I thought about it, and I feel like it is extremely predictable. The episodes have stayed decent, but nothing has blown my mind. I feel like, if anything, the first two episodes were phenomenal, and then it's declined a little, and then just kind of like held this line where it's good, but it's not great. And I feel like that, along with the fact that it's on FX, and half the people I talk to about it, even fans of Justified, don't even know this exists. So I'm going to continue to watch it because I'm enjoying it. I love the character of Raylan. I love Timothy Oliphant, but I'm wondering if they're going to even renew this. There is one episode left after this. I already looked at IMDb, and I'm watching this the day after it dropped. It's the least ranked episode of the entire series so far, like of this season. But that's not very promising because there's one episode left. You would expect the penultimate episode to be huge, like Game of Thrones. The second to last episode was always the best, in my opinion. Then the final episode would kind of tie it all up and show you what was coming up for next season. Like I said, everything is extremely predictable. I'm starting to theorize craziness because I'm thinking there's got to be more to it. I was even saying last episode how that would be crazy if Carolyn ends up being somehow aligned with Manziel, because we know somebody is. Raylan in the last episode was like, Wendell, somebody here is giving information to Manziel, because how did he know what he knows? He showed up to the park, knew that Lonnie was there, goes back to Sweetie's bar, kills them both, no hesitation. He's a psychopath, but he's also not a complete idiot. I think he does really stupid things, and that's another thing I think people might have a gripe with this show. There's a lot of really dumb things done, and people get away with it. Like, for instance, Bert the Builder, Bulldozer Bert, David Cross. I still don't understand why, besides Manziel just being a crazy lunatic, why he would go back, steal the painting, get involved with all this to begin with. But like I said, there's like a lot of weird choices, but I'm still enjoying it. What I took out of the last episode, besides Sweetie dying, even though I saw that the second we saw Sweetie and Manziel walked in, I said, Sweetie's dying, and it is very likely going to happen by the hands of Manziel, and sure enough, it did. It's super predictable. I hate he went out like that, but at least he went out not taking shit. He was like, I ain't gonna listen to your crap. He still had to listen to Manziel's crap, but at least he chose not to, or at least stuck up for himself. Gets gunned down. The bar blows up. We see his dude run, meaning Sweetie's dude ran up, but Raylan went face to face with Manziel, and Manziel said, I think me and you should have a showdown. And this episode, I noticed, was called Smoking Gun. The last one was Adios, and Sweetie died. Either way, let's jump in. We'll see what we got. We'll talk more at the end. I hope the finale is phenomenal, because from what I see on the reviews of this episode's just as good as the others, if not worse. So you want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full unedited. Hundreds of other movies and shows, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. We started Ruby, the animated show. We're also doing Fiona and Cake. It starts next week. The same day this ends, Fiona and Cake starts. Adventure Time, all these other shows, hundreds of movies, full unedited episodes, everything. Check it out. In the description is the link for Patreon. If not, Season 1, Episode 7, Justified City Primeval. 1988, we're going to flash back to Sweetie.
You know what it's doing in my pocket? Well, it ain't playing with my dick.
She your daughter?
Nah. Her mom's went out tonight. Thought I told you to wait in the dressing room.
That's pretty cool.
What the hell is this?
It's my bar. What's gonna be?
It looks
And
way
over
bigger.
here, in the corner, by the door, a big-ass jukebox. Get too old for this shit.
I get too old for this shit. It's Danny Glover's.
I think it's gonna be fucking cool.
Worse than it did when Sweetie bought it. And she looks upset. Oh my god, she looks like shit. What did she think? Like, she should know better. What did she think was gonna happen to Sweetie? They thought they were doing good, And it might have been what finished him. The smoking gun, so to speak, hence the title of the episode. Put another gun there for the dude. All right, at least we got the gun at the cost of having Sweetie die.
You sure you can use it? I'm sure.
Are you questioning me? Really? After the shit you guys just did, you're questioning me? Are you sure this is gonna work? Your way was horrible, sir. She might be the dumbest person in the whole show. Why are you still here?
White Sand Beach, I can tell you that.
Is he gonna throw that at her?
You threw away a Stanley garlic.
I don't know what her angle is, because she's screaming and acting the fool to a psychopath. My guess is she gets strangled to death by Manziel.
Quietly would be good, quickly be even better.
Maureen's got the gun. But here's the thing. We already know somebody on the inside is feeding information. Like, there's got to be a twist.
What happened,
It
Laura?
can't all be that obvious.
I don't have to talk to you, so I don't think I will.
I have the gun, Sandy.
I mean, even if he was paralyzed from the neck down and had to be fed with a spoon, even if you swear you're gonna put him away forever.
He ain't gonna walk this time.
Bullshit!
I don't blame her for that.
You don't know.
Why do you stay with him?
Exactly. Run across the country. That's my thing.
He's fun.
What kind of lunatic is she? He's fun. Like, I feel bad in the sense that she's probably going to die. Is he in her house? Oh, that's right, because it's his lawyer. Oh my God, he's here. That's hilarious. He's in her house having breakfast.
I ever tell you about the story about Oklahoma?
She did this to herself by defending people like him.
I waited patiently for him to leave. He wasn't the first asshole from Glenpool to be in her bed, but he was the last. Grabbed my .22, shoved 3 inches of steel down her throat. Because the very last thing I wanted my mama to see was her son's face. Here she got. Tornado carried her away.
You took the only father I've ever known. Fuck your mother.
Oh my God.
And fuck you.
Okay.
I came by here because I thought you might understand.
I would not be mouthing off to people like that. If I was in a confrontation with someone twice my size who I knew just murdered people, I understand the anger and the hostility, but you are half the size of this dude, and he just told you he killed his mother and killed your father, so to speak. I can't believe she visited him under these terms.
It is how you make me. You have broken my heart.
And my knee.
And also my leg.
And my leg. They should get together and run away, because they're the two dumbest people in the show. And he does have money. I love it. Now Manziel's coming in. Here's Manziel. He's going to see, oh, you were taken off?
What's going on?
Yeah, he's not that.
Nothing, Clement.
You're just sitting on the bed in silence, in dark, like, for no reason. I don't know if this is luck or coincidence, or if she actually did have a good plan to distract
You
him.
really want to hear the way I sing?
Yes, Clement, Jesus, what am I even talking about here?
And the luggage is right under the bed. Now that's love.
Hands on me.
That's a loving relationship.
Carolyn's okay. But Dwayne tried to choke her, though he didn't mean to.
So her dad abused her. Did Sweetie kill him?
Joe was Jim, he laced up my gloves.
You take care of poor Dwayne.
Which was also why Manziel said, I thought you'd understand.
We are working to get more information about Woods.
We gave the smoky gun to Maureen. Now all the media's here. Maureen is like the one you wouldn't expect it would be the twist.
That's my kimono.
This guy had horrible timing.
The woman's lying there dead.
Raylan's like, what is happening right here? I think Raylan just figured out. He now realizes Maureen. That's what I thought. That made the most sense. Oh shit. See that? He knows too.
We appreciate all you've done here, Marshall. You can go ahead and get back down to Florida.
I'm just out. I'm just picking us up some food.
Oh, yeah, with all your worldly possessions and my goddamn money? Give me what's mine and we won't have another Skinder situation on our hands.
If she goes back, they're both dead. Like, you're gonna trust Manziel to be honest and not hurt you?
They didn't do what they're being tried and convicted for.
But they did other stuff that they got away with. But I never sent some poor devil up the river. I know didn't do it just to get a win.
Where are you?
There's got to be a plan because Manziel wants to kill you.
There's a Radisson near the airport. They have a nice little bar. We have a nice drink. Talk this thing out.
All right, so that's who she called. I thought maybe the Albanians were going to show up. Raylan's there. Even better.
He wants to meet at the...
I want to make her pay enough for the both of us.
Oh my God.
Where?
He had nothing to do with anything. And he gets shot in the back of the head. Rich ass dude that had nothing to do with any of this. Raylan's.
Okay.
She aligned with Oz. McManus, right? Wasn't it McManus from Oz?
What's in the bag? Your lunch?
Yeah, that's my lunch. He's gonna want another one of those.
It's about time for me to leave town.
Is that right?
Goddamn Albanians.
I do enjoy their interactions.
There's no reason for me to sit around here with my thumb up my ass.
He wants
you want me to
Manziel.
put my prints on someone else's murder guy.
You sign a confession, we come up in court, you say it was under duress. This is fair, isn't it? You wanted a shooting match. Let's go.
The problem is it's wrapped up and he don't know if Raylan is telling the truth.
Gentlemen, you can both be handing over your guns now, please.
I mean, I understand. He pays her off.
We should go see Skinder in the hospital. Tough crowd.
Tough crowd. That was kind of
tell you the story, my mom.
Shit, the Goyan.
The Walther in that bag is a murder weapon. Put this knucklehead away for 2 lifetimes.
When we left Albania, every week a new fucking heartbreak became normal. Killing to save lives, to take from those who took from us. Sometimes the old ways are the only ways.
I understand they've got a lot of dudes. Toma and the other dude are in a car with Manziel and Raylan right behind them. He's gonna throw the gun off the bridge? Oh my God, after all of that. But I think he's saying, we don't need a murder weapon. We're gonna torture and kill this guy.
Right.
I'm also wondering, it is very possible Raylan switched the guns. All right, everybody, so that's it for episode 7. I'm kind of like surprised with the ending. That wasn't a climactic ending, in my opinion. Yes, the Albanians took Raylan and Manziel. Their plan is, at the very least, to kill him. Why they're taking Raylan along for the ride, I don't know. I can understand them wanting to maybe question him and stuff, but they have no beef with Raylan, and Raylan is a U.S. Marshal. Why are the Albanians kidnapping a U.S. Marshal? That's crazy in itself. There's no need for that, unless they are like, we want you to come along so you can see what we do. Like, I don't understand that whole angle. Like they're just making their lives more difficult. Leave Raylan, take Manziel, torture him, kill him, do what you got to do. You got rid of the murder weapon now, which is also silly. I understand they're like, with this murder weapon, you'll put him away. We don't want him to be put away. We want to kill him and torture him. You could still do that. There could be a murder weapon. You could still do that. But like, regardless, the choices are bizarre. And yet again, it was predictable enough where I was right. If you just watch a decent amount of these shows, like an average amount, because I'm watching Blacklist, Person of Interest, all these shows are highly intelligent. You got to be like 20 steps ahead of the people. Every time I think I'm right, I'm wrong. So now when I think I'm right, I think, all right, that's obviously not it because everything points this way. And it's even done intelligently. It's not like obvious. It's like for someone who's perceptive, it's obvious. So then I'm like, that's not it though, in Person of Interest. This show, you just think a little bit about it. Like, I'm like, all right, let's think this out. Wendell can't be the guy unless the show is that obvious. Wendell can't be the guy, but he's acting like he knows who's involved. So now we find out Norbert and Maureen and God knows how many other people are all in on it. Maureen knew everything, was super smart. She just knew everything because she is the top of the chain of scumbags in this police department. But then Norbert comes along and is like, I understand what you're thinking, but all these people were bad. We just couldn't put them away. So what did we do? We just staged it and framed them. But they're all bad people. So if it gives you any peace of mind, at least we're not having good people go down. But where does that end? I don't believe that. The second something is beneficial for you people, you're going to let somebody go down for something they didn't do, and they could be an innocent person. Look what's going on right now. You just got this guy Dell killed because you're playing this game with Manziel. Had they used the gun to get Manziel, Manziel wouldn't have been there to kill this innocent person. So I don't care what your excuse is, even if you're like, these are bad people and we might be doing fraudulent things, but you're also letting bad people get away. Because now Manziel killed somebody and would have gotten away if Raylan didn't get the gun back from Norbert and go do what he did. But the whole angle with the Albanians is bizarre. Basically, that's kidnapping. You forced Manziel and Raylan to follow you, being watched at gunpoint, and you're taking that. That is 100% kidnapping. You kidnapped a marshal. I don't understand their angle. And then McManus is in the front seat. Toma, like, sometimes the old ways are the best ways. I mean, I enjoy his acting, and it's good to see him because I haven't seen him since Oz. But I just feel like there is really weird choices made. And then they're acting like it's this big climactic ending because he goes over to the bridge and throws it off. Now, yes, it was interesting because since like episode 3, Sandy was supposed to get rid of that gun. She didn't get rid of the gun. Sweetie gets the gun. It goes in his jukebox. And then the guy moves the gun because Carolyn tells him it goes full circle back to Maureen. She tries to frame this guy. Raylan gets the gun and now it's thrown off the bridge by the Albanians of all people. It's interesting, but I feel like it's a lot of nothing for no reason. I feel like they could have done way better. I would have rather the Albanians not even gotten involved yet. Had Raylan have a little showdown with Manziel, because I said I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I don't know. It was a very non-climactic episode for a penultimate episode of a series. I hope the finale is a banger, because unless it's like super crazy, like even Sandy. So they question her, why are you still here? Well, he's fun. He's fun. He is a criminal. He has murdered God knows how many people. Just off the top of my head, we know he's killed 8 people. 4 dudes in the beginning because 1 survived. Sweetie, Lonnie. Now we see Dell in this. That's 8 right there, and I didn't even think too much about it. The judge, the other girl. He's killed 12 people just that we've seen alone. And she's like, but he's fun. Insanity. So I'm hoping that Sandy makes a life for herself and jumped on the plane and got out of here. It appeared so because Raylan's like, I'm good now. You could go. But she's like, I want to go back to school and do hair. Yeah, all right, good luck with that. I'm pretty sure the second you land that plane, you're going to go for some other psychopathic lunatic and probably end up dead somewhere. If Manziel doesn't somehow get to you first, which he probably won't because now the Albanians have him. I'm just very curious. On top of all that, Carolyn possibly killed her father. I'm pretty sure that's what they were trying to say because Manziel was like, I thought you'd understand because I killed my mother. That was the angle. Like her father choked her. He was abusive. Sweetie taught her how to defend herself. And then her father disappeared or something like that. They didn't really specifically tell us, but it was something to do with Carolyn, obviously. But I don't know. Everything they're doing, choices are weird. You guys let me know what you think. Next week is the final episode. In the description is every episode of this in full. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, hundreds of exclusives and movies. All on Patreon, full unedited episodes, everything, like I said. The day this ends, we also start Fiona and Cake. We're also finishing all these other shows. We just started My Hero Academia again, and Ruby is coming out once a week. So check it out. Like I said, in the description is Patreon. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.